one of my favourite places in Amsterdam is a place called Blast Galaxy, which is like kind of like a converted warehouse that's just full of old school arcade machines and some newer ones as well. So like,
oh, I know the place. Yeah,
Space Invaders, and you pay like €15 to go in, and all the arcade machines are free, and there's a bar and they serve food.
Yeah,
I had like the best night there. It was awesome. We went like late afternoon and then just stayed there all evening, and I just sat playing Virtua Tennis 4 for hours, getting shit faced, and it was great.
That sounds awesome.
And it's in like that, like there's loads of like shipping containers that they've all stacked up and converted into like student flats. It's a great place. But yeah, I'm when all this nonsense is over, I'm looking forward to popping back over to Amsterdam, see my friends, and go back to Blast Galaxy. If it's survived, I'm hoping it's survived.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of places like that, particularly if it's sort of small, independent place, been hit very, very hard by this whole mess. But yeah, fingers crossed. It's all still there, and you can get back out there. Welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your games master for this game and for many others. And I'm joined by our regular cast members of Mr. Stu Jackson.
Hello!
Mr. Neil Kelly.
Hello.
Mr. Darren Mafucci.
Hola.
And Miss Amy Chislett.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. If I suddenly sound a lot more tired than I did in our last episode, it's because it is getting very, very warm in this flat, and I think I'm still suffering from sunstroke from the weekend. Lemonade is just not cutting it.
It is warm.
It is. It's got considerably warmer in the last hour or so. Which is nonsense because it's nearly night time. It should be getting cooler.
Having the window shut.
It's interesting. It's interesting you say about it's night time. It should be getting cooler. Like I was away camping in the peaks this weekend, and one thing that we noticed was that it wasn't actually getting dark, like really at any point in the night. Like it was sort of getting to sort of midnight, 1 a.m, and there was still quite a noticeable sun glow kind of on the horizon. And I'm not talking about light pollution, like that. There was actual light-coloured sky still there around midnight, which was crazy.
How far north did you go?
Not that far north. Like we were up in the peaks, so kind of between Nottingham and Sheffield.
Oh.
So not that far north at all. But it was lovely, really really cool though.
Yeah, it's been a nice weekend.
Yes. Whereas, I mean, we're here recording, so of course we can't have windows open, we can't have our front doors open, we can't have fans switched on even. We're suffering for our art, listeners, and we hope you appreciate it.
I tell you what I might do, just to get around all of this, I might just say that suddenly the adventure is happening on a helicopter. And that's all just ambient noise.
Let's all put our fans on.
A storm blows up.
Middle of a blizzard.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Can I tell you what? I am like unreasonably excited over a thing. So I rent where I live, as do many people, and like many other people, I find it to be a complete and utter ball ache because you can't do normal things like hang pictures or, that sort of stuff. And I really, 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 really miss dishwashers. Like I haven't had one for like 6 years now, and it is driving me nuts. Because of course you have to have them plumbed. I know some landlords are like really good about it, but I haven't got a dishwasher. Well, and I'm probably the last person on the planet to learn about this, but I have discovered there are plumbing-free dishwashers. Discovered this days ago.
What?
Plumbing-free dishwashers.
How does that work?
So it's only tabletop dishwashers, which is fine because I live on my own. So there's just me. And yeah, you can sort of you have to put a pipe like into your sink to drain off, but it has a water tank that you fill up before you run it.
Oh.
So you plug it in the wall, which obviously is understandable, but that's it. There's no, other than a pipe into your sink, there's no actual plumbing involved. I am very excited. Of course I have one on order, and it should be arriving in a few days' time. I am absolutely overjoyed.
Very nice.
I understand. I got equally as excited about my tumble dryer when I ordered that.
Yeah, that's something else I can't live without. When I was looking around at somewhere to live, it had to have space for a tumble dryer. Absolutely essential. How people live without them is beyond me.
Well, let me tell you, when I'm doing my chores,
Do you get the mangle out
I do, yeah.
from next to the washboard?
When I get back from the river with my washboard.
When all this was fields.
Yeah, Neil does his laundry by popping it in a big wooden bucket and trampling it just to get all the dirt out.
I suspect the reality is Neil does his laundry by putting it in the laundry basket and then it gets done.
No,
that's quite a serious aspersion there, Stu.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I'm a bit more hands-on than that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you carry the laundry bin down for Janet then?
I do, yeah, and I plug her iron in for her.
Sign of a true gentleman.
Okay, once again, I feel like Stu and Neil are on the verge of rolling initiative in real life.
Yes. I'm taking 4D damage to the testicles. So.
Fantastic. All right, folks. Are we ready to crack back on with the game?
Yes.
What's everyone's thoughts on this adversary you found yourself fighting that seems intent on getting your stuff out of you if it has to forcibly throw it out of you
I'm
itself?
giving it nout.
Yeah, I'm not happy I have given away some of my not a lot of gold, so I want to get that back.
Well, I think the way it's going, what you'll be able to remove it from their cold dead corpses.
Maybe so.
I suspect.
Maybe so. We will see what happens. And with that, I think we're going to go back into the game. As I stretch, I'd hoped, because I started that stretch as I asked that question, I'd hoped I'd be finished by then, but I'm not.
Oh, you can't interrupt a good stretch, though. It's really important. No.
Really can't. Talk amongst yourselves for just 20 seconds longer, please.
It's like having the yawn interrupted. That's so unsatisfying. Oh.
It is.
But if you talk while you're yawning, it's really loud.
I do it all the time.
We'll make love in the morning.
Wow. Just totally peaked my mic.
There we go. Right, that's it. Stretching is done. I am relatively comfortable. I'm still melting in my chair, but I will just have to deal with that as we get on to some Pathfinder.
So I had to laugh. Amy's yawning away there.
I know we just started yawn tennis now. So.
It really is contagious yawns.
There we go. There's
See,
one.
Darren's there yawning. Who's next?
There is a reason I keep you all minimised in the corner of my screen when we're doing this.
I thought it was because we're so good looking.
Well.
Moving on then.
Moving on.
So Pathfinder, yeah?
Pathfinder, the thing we're here to do. Alright, so our adventurers, Olwyn Templeton, Otto von Niederschläger, Brother Amos, and Della Thornbury, with their goal in sight, they can see the city of Whitethrone a distance away across the glacier lake that they've just found themselves on the edges of. With just a little bit further to go to reach the city, the party have come across a bridge which seems to be spanning quite a wide rushing river in this frigid landscape. There was a stone bridge that spans the river, and as you approached, you discovered that there was a sign on it that read in a sort of very, very badly broken common, "Papers, please." and immediately suspecting that there was something waiting under the bridge for you, you called out to it to see what papers these were, and were informed by a rumbling voice that you needed to pay a bridge tax in order to cross. If you didn't have any papers that said otherwise. Thinking on your feet, you crafted some fake papers from a bit of dead tree and some chalk, and Olwyn presented these forged documents to the unseen voice by holding them over the edge of the bridge. But these documents were apparently not up to snuff, as two of these large giant-like creatures with pale green skin, webbed hands and feet, and gills on either side of their necks, that you suspect to be trolls, leapt onto the bridge and began to quite literally shake you down for your valuables. And just as we ended last session, your guide Nadia, following the lead the rest of you had established, had produced some money of her own to give to the creatures, and apparently they did not seem to think that it was sufficient for them. So we bring ourselves straight back into the initiative order. We are still on Nadia's turn, and with her last action, you see she calls out, "Ah, shite! All right, if you're gonna hit the joints. Go for the knees. Go for the elbows." She will use her guiding words feature, which gives everybody. It gives Della, Amos, and herself. Actually, no, I'm reading that wrong. It gives everybody a +1 to attack and damage for the next round, but only against the one creature that she is currently fighting. But yeah, that's the end of her turn, which brings us on to Otto.
I will offer to pay. I will produce 1 gold coin and say, here is my gold.
All right.
Let us be done with this business.
So as you present the gold coin, Otto, there is a familiar call of all gold from
Yes.
this creature between Orwin and Chardonnay.
Yes, there is all my gold. Here you are. You're welcome to it.
Please roll a deception check, Otto.
Deception. Oh, that was so nearly a natural 20. 17.
17, okay. You offer up this gold coin, and it seems to be taken as the creature kind of reaches over past you to take it. 2 actions left, Otto. What else would you like to do?
Can I just ready an action to produce flame?
Produce flame is 2 actions. When you ready an action, you can only ready a single action, but it costs 2 to ready.
Okay. So I don't know if he's accepted it or not.
He's taken the coin from you, and what we'll tell you is, as you kind of say this, it takes the coin from you, and it seems to shift its focus away from you.
Then I will raise my guard.
Alright, so you use your action to raise your shield. And that leaves you with 1 action, Otto. Anything else you'd like to do, or are you just going to let it go?
I will let it go.
Okay, no worries. In that case, we are on to the creatures. You see the one to the north, which is still currently holding on to Olwyn. Having taken your money from you, Olwyn, it sort of drops you quite unceremoniously. You land with a hard thud on the ground. Not enough to do any real damage, but it does sort of bruise your knees a little bit. Yes, this creature sort of says, "Yes, bridge tax paid. Now, this one, bridge tax. Tasty bridge tax. as it turns round to see Chardonnay and makes a lumbering swing towards Chardonnay.
Now, I had a readied action that if it did continue to attack us, I would strike it with the rapier. No, it's not attacking me, but it is attacking Chardonnay, so would that trigger it?
Yeah, I'll be very kind and I'll say it is. But it does nevertheless make a swing towards Chardonnay. And you see Chardonnay is scooped up in its grasp, as I'm assuming a 26 will hit.
26 will hit.
All right. So yeah, the creature sort of scoops Chardonnay up, and obviously seeing that Chardonnay does not have any. Well, actually, because Chardonnay's been wearing the barding, hasn't he?
Yes.
Do you know what? These things are not that smart. I'm going to roll. No, okay. You see, the first thing it does with its second action, you will get your attack in a moment, Alwyn, just so you're aware.
I've rolled it ready.
it sort of seems confused by the fact that Chardonnay is wearing armour of sorts. And you see it sort of, maybe bridge attack's in here. And it shakes Chardonnay. Does Chardonnay have any other items in his inventory, or is it just the barding?
Nope, just the barding.
Okay, so there is a sort of rattle as the wicker plating sort of rattles on Chardonnay's body, but nothing else drops out as this happens. And then the creature sort of looks a bit confused by this, and oh well, and lifts Chardonnay up, seemingly about to take a bite out of him. You can roll your attack now, Owen.
Well, I did roll the attack. You know what we rolled lots of last time?
Critical hits.
A natural 20.
Natural 20. Very nice. Let's get your crit card then, Stu. What have we got? What was the attack with?
The rapier. So piercing.
Piercing. All right. Once again, you guys are getting really lucky with these rolls, by the way. Roll your damage as normal for me.
Rolled a 4.
4 total or doubled?
4 total. I don't get any bonuses.
Oh, so you rolled 2 and then it was doubled.
No. Sorry, I rolled a 4, so it would be 8.
Okay.
Unless the crit card says different.
So yeah, it's just 8 points of damage there, and you do get. I believe the rapier gives you deadly D8 as well.
Oh yes. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll an extra D8 for me.
Another 5.
5, very nice. That is not doubled, but it's an extra 5 points of damage nonetheless.
13.
Very nice. Yeah, that's really bad. So this creature, having already been slowed by a previous attack from Otto, as it lifts Chardonnay up, sort of seeming to move it towards its mouth, Olwyn, you drive in with the rapier and you catch it kind of across the back. There is a tearing of flesh as you seem to cut a tendon or something, and you watch as the creature just locks up in place. Olwyn, you drew painful poke. That creature is stunned 1.
Yes!
Ooh.
Don't attack my bloody dog.
Alright, that's going to end its turn. We're on to the second creature. So, having sort of taken a coin from Nadia, seen her drop some more coins on the floor, it once again bellows out, "All coin! All coin!" Is going to make a swing for both Nadia and Brother Amos. Against Brother Amos, I've got a 13 to hit. That's going to miss.
That misses.
Against Nadia, I've got a 19 to hit. Nope, that is also a miss. So 2 big, meaty swings of these fists go wide past Brother Amos and Nadia, slamming into the snow and the stone. I can't roll for shit with these guys. Fucking hell.
Good.
And the last thing it's going to do... it'll make one more swing at you, Brother Amos. trying to grab hold of you, and that's a 4 on the die. That's going to be a miss. Olwyn, we're on to you.
Right. So this thing still has hold of Chardonnay, does it?
It does, yes.
Whoa, it'll rue the day. Definitely going to attack. Would I need to command Chardonnay to try and escape its grip, or would Chardonnay do that automatically?
No, it's an action to do that, so you would need to command Chardonnay.
Okay. Let's start with an attack. 13.
That's going to miss.
Second, I'll attack again.
All right.
14.
Also a miss.
And I'll call out Chardonnay. Chardonnay! Chardonnay! Squirm and wriggle!
All right. So, please give me an unarmed attack for Chardonnay.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could show you. Because you'll never guess what I've just rolled again.
Another natural 20.
Another natural 20. That's 28 in total. I'm keeping this die. This. What's the opposite of dice prison?
Dice heaven? I don't know. No, because that implies it's dead. All right. You guys are getting very lucky tonight. Very lucky. I don't like it.
Not me. I've just rolled a 1.
And I broke my hand.
Yeah.
That's true.
We haven't been doing so well.
Yeah, I suppose it all balances out. And, perhaps we'll have to start putting dice cam into play. Not that I don't believe you. Nah, it's all good. Yeah, with your natural 20, what's the total there, Owen?
28.
28 on a natural 20 is a critical success. Chardonnay twists in the grip of this creature, made even easier by the fact it has been stunned, and Chardonnay plops free. With that critical success, Chardonnay can stride 5 feet in any direction.
Don't want Chardonnay to stride in any direction because of flanking.
No, that's fine. If you don't want him to, he doesn't have to. That's all good.
Yeah. No, he's a good boy. He'll stay where he is.
I think that is mercifully the end of your turn, Orwin.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right. End of your turn. We're round to Della.
Alright, well.
You do see that this creature, certainly in its last round of attacks, directed nothing towards you. It seems to be focused on Amos and Nadia.
But I can't be having that, so I'm going to stab it with my rapier.
Roll that attack. You got your +1 from Nadia this round as well.
Ooh, 29.
Ooh, that is a hair off a critical hit, but it is a hit nonetheless.
Nice. I get sneak attack because flanking.
Yes, you do. You do.
8.
8 points of damage. Very nasty. It's looking, starting to look fairly beaten up as it's been sort of hit and stabbed and blasted with magic. But still up and fighting there.
Alright, well I'm just going to carry on going.
No worries.
And I rolled a 5, so that's not going to be anything. And I'll attack again for my last action. And rolled a 3, so no.
Okay, so you get 1 good strike in, followed by 2 less than effective strikes as you glide across the creature's hide, not piercing anything on the follow-up strikes, but a good hit the first time around nonetheless. That 8 damage, did that include your +1 from Nadia?
Oh, no, it did not, so no.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just add that on. That's all good. End of your turn, we are on to Brother Amos.
So it's coin you're after?
Yes, gold, all gold.
Okay. Brother Amos would like to pull out a handful of gold coins, jangle them in his fist, and then punch the troll square in the nose.
All right, roll an attack for me.
Please be good. Ooh, 28.
28. One of those rare occasions where the dice roll backs up the smack talk. Roll damage on the attack for me, Brother Amos.
8.
8 points of damage. Very good. So yeah, you wind up and you crack this thing on the jaw, on the nose. You have to sort of leap a bit to get it because this thing's like a good 12 feet tall. But you sort of jump and overextend and smack it in the face. There's a splatter of blood that sort of comes flying everywhere, and it reels back in pain. I'm going to say it was an action to take out those coins. You got one action left there, Amos.
I'm going to punch it again.
Punch it again. Roll the attack.
20.
20. Is that with your +1 from Nadia?
That'll be 21.
21, okay. 20 would have been enough to hit, but just so you don't forget about your bonus. Yeah, that is enough to hit. And roll damage for me.
7.
7 points of damage. Very, very nice. Anything else on your turn? I think that's you done.
Yeah, that's me done.
Well done, alright. That's the end of your turn, Brother Amos. We are back round to Nadia. Sort of seeing that this is going quite well, she sort of calls out, that's right, if we're bringing it down, keep it up just like you're doing. Hit those soft spots on the joints. She re-ups her guiding words, so you all get +1 to attack and damage against that same creature. And then, sort of restoring her grip on her battle axe, she is going to make a swing with it. Or 2 swings, rather. So you see the first strike, she carves across the creature's back, and there's a gout of blood goes spraying across the bridge. And the second strike, the creature gets a hand in the way at the last second and manages to block the blow. It's reeling. It's looking like it's on its last legs there. That's the end of her turn. Otto, we're on to you.
Well, I think I will attack the one that Brother Amos has just been attacking. I will produce flame.
Yep, you produce flame.
Produce flame. So it's a D20 plus my. Is it my charisma?
It's plus your spell attack bonus. Spell attack modifier.
Ooh. It's 18 plus my spell attack modifier.
That's going to be a hit. Does that go over 30?
My spell attack is 9, so it's 27.
27, okay. +1 from Nadia brings it to 28. It's a hit, but not a critical hit.
So, damage.
Yes, roll damage for me.
So that's 2d4, is it?
Yes, 2d4 plus your charisma bonus.
1 plus 2, 3, and I think that makes a total of 6.
Right, once again, +1 from Nadia. Is enough to kill that creature, Otto. Your blast of fire sort of scores across its back as it's reeling from the strike from Nadia and from Brother Amos. Your blast of fire catches it square in the back, and it pitches to the side and lands with a thud on the bridge.
I always like to kick a man when he's down. I could see he was weakened.
All right, okay. You've got one action left, Otto.
I will raise my shield in case.
You raise your shield. All right.
Although I have paid the other one off, so I could offer him another gold coin.
You could. Do you want to?
Yes, I will offer him another gold coin.
You offer him another gold coin.
Yes.
There is no reaction from the creature as you see it. It's kind of swaying, looking a bit woozy. It was stunned on Olwen's last attack, so it's not able to reply to you right now, Otto. But we'll see what happens in a second.
Right.
And in fact, if that's the end of your turn, we will find out what happens with him right now because it is his turn. You sort of watch the creature sort of sways for a second, sort of coming to its senses after that last blow from Olwen. You watch as it sort of blinks, looks at its now empty hand where Chardonnay was, looks around at the rest of you, sees that its companion is down, and suddenly not liking its chances, you see it sort of scrabbles around on the ground, gathering any of those coins or things that might have been dropped, including your centipede venom Olwen. Sort of snatches those up from the ground, and then you watch as the creature just pitches backwards off the side of the bridge, and sort of going into quite a majestic dive for such a large creature, lands with a splash in the water and disappears from sight. It's Olwen's turn.
I'd be so tempted to go after him in shark form, but I think
This water's moving quite rapidly, isn't it?
It's not like whitewater rapids, but there's definitely quite a strong current there.
It's not whitewater rapids. Well, fuck it. The thing tried to eat Chardonnay. Alwyn's diving in after it.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so going to be an action to dive into the water there, Olwen.
Yeah.
Okay, you've totally thrown me. I like it.
Dragged off into the distance by the current.
It tried to eat Chardonnay.
He's never
Not
seen
having
again.
And that was the last we ever saw of Olwen.
Poor Chardonnay.
All right. So Olwen, as you dive into the water, and the water is a good. It's not super far down, but it is a good sort of 5-10 feet between the bridge and the water. So there's a bit of a dive there. Give me an athletics roll.
Okay.
See how graceful this is.
18.
18. Okay, it's a pretty decent dive. What are you doing with your weapons? Are you diving down with them?
Yeah, holding the rapier.
Sure. Okay, so you sort of dive into the water, Olwen. The first thing you notice is that it is fucking cold. It is intensely fucking cold as you hit the water. The air is knocked out of your lungs for just a second, but you manage to sort of pull yourself onto the surface and catch a breath before putting yourself under. You've got 2 actions left.
Can I see this creature anywhere?
You can. The water's reasonably clear now that you're in it. It is a good... You can see that it is underwater, and it is a good 30 feet away from the bridge in a northerly direction. You can see it kicking its webbed legs. It definitely seems to be trying to make an escape.
I'll use both actions to swim up as not underwater, but on top of the water after it.
All right. Okay. So swimming is an action to do so. So please give me a. It's the first I've actually had to use this rule because you don't have a swim speed, do you, Olwen?
No, I don't.
No worries. Please give me an athletics roll.
10.
10. Okay. It's although it's not whitewater rapids. This is this is tough tough swimming. So yeah, you do manage to haul yourself 10 feet through the water, Olwyn. Barely.
Can I call something out to the others as a free action?
If you like.
Otto! Now's the time!
Oh, really?
Okay. So, and that was one of your swim actions, Olwyn. Your second one, I'll need another.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought I was doing that for both actions. Okay. Another athletics. That's better. 24.
That is a lot better. So yeah, that gets you with a critical success there, Olwyn. You are able to haul yourself another 15 feet forwards. 5, 10, 15. You sort of get yourself just able to kind of touch its fins as it's pulling away. But you don't reckon you've got long before it fully outpaces you and disappears into the waterway. At the end of your turn, Olwyn, can I have a fortitude save, please?
You can. 15.
Alright, that is a failure, Olwyn. You start to feel the immense cold of this water start to bite into you. And as it does so... sorry, just finding a thing. Please talk amongst yourselves for just a second.
No.
I'm going to sit here and stare at you.
So looking forward to my dishwasher coming. And for what it's worth, Darren did not pay me to do this.
Fair enough. Okay, right. I'm 3, 2, 1. We're back in the room. So Olwyn, kind of at the end of your turn there, as you gasp and you feel the cold biting into you, you do take 4 points of cold damage from the freezing water that you find yourself in.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to end your turn. It is Della.
Okay. What Della's going to do is run so use as much movement as she can. Can I move 3 times? Is that how it works?
Yes,
yeah.
You can. You've got 3 actions on your turn. If you want to use those 3 actions just to move, you can.
Yeah. So I would like to run across the bridge, and then I'm going to run down the bank of this. Is this ice or is this ground that I'll be running on? The bank's made out of.
So the bank is kind of quite a thick, heavy snowdrift. There probably are patches of ice here and there in there, but it's predominantly snow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to run across the bridge and then run down the bank and keep pace with Alwyn. Okay. So I'll work out how much that is, but that's what I'm doing, and that's all my turn.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. Especially as I think Della is quite quick on her feet, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got feet.
All right. Okay, end of Della's turn. It's Brother Amos. So you've just watched as Otto felled the creature in front of you. You've just watched the other kind of assess its options and basically decide to take its chances in the water and go for a swim instead. Seeing Olwyn follow after it. What would you like to do?
Brother Amos is going to go and stand next to Otto, because if he turns into a shark, Brother Amos wants to ride on the back of him. Brother Amos wants to leap onto his back, action film style, as he transforms and dives into the water. If he turns into a shark, if he doesn't, Brother Amos is just going to stand there.
Going to stand there and look disappointed.
Yeah. And maybe a little singular tear or
all right,
fall
okay.
down his face.
Yeah. Okay. So end of your turn there, Amos. Yeah, we'll say that you sort of move up to Otto, then you're readying yourself to jump on his back if he turns into a shark. We're on to Nadia's turn. Nadia, you see she's going to sort of drop her battle axe, move over to where she dropped her bow. Second action, pick up her bow, and then sort of just peering over the bridge, she can kind of see where Olwyn is and kind of see this water splashing in front of you, and she calls out, "Olwyn, get out of the fucking water!" And she's going to use her last action to send an arrow downriver with an intention of hitting the creature in front of you.
I thought she was going to call out something useful, like "go for the joints" or go for the.
I think get out of the water is good advice.
That is useful, yes.
Pretty good advice, if I say so myself.
You shouldn't have jumped into the water. It's better advice, but not much use really.
There we go. So there is a splash, Olwyn, as her arrow sort of slips into the water. Where this creature is underwater, Nadia couldn't quite get a decent shot on it. But at least she didn't hit you, I suppose. So that's something. End of Nadia's turn. We're on to Otto.
Well, everyone seems to be expecting me, and I'm kind of curious how it works anyway. So Otto will jump off the bridge and then transform into a shark.
Excellent. It's finally happened, folks. This week is Shark Week.
Finally.
Yes.
All right. So, so you use 2 actions to cast to turn yourself into a shark, Otto. I'm gonna employ the rule of cool here and say you can do that as part of a running leap into the water.
Right.
Brother Amos, I'm assuming Otto gives you just a knowing look, and as he sprints toward the edge of the bridge, you sort of grab on and run for dear life. As you're in the air, Otto, you change shape into the shape of a what kind of shark do you become?
Right. Can I choose?
Yeah, it doesn't have any effect on mechanics. This is more just how it looks.
I think I'm going to be a large, aggressive bull shark.
Large, aggressive bull shark appears in mid-air, and Brother Amos, you find the sort of robes that Otto wears being replaced by sort of rough, scaly hide of a shark, as you find yourself holding onto the dorsal fin of a bull shark, which then lands with a splash in the river below.
Fucking shark! Do I have an action left?
You do have an action left.
Then I will swim 35 feet.
All right, you do so.
Will that get me up close to the creature?
Yeah, it definitely will. That'll get you. Yeah. So once again, each square on the grid is 5 feet. So pop yourself wherever you need to go. So yeah,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, I'll get right in there.
All right. So Olwyn, after seeing this arrow splash in the water next to you, there is another bigger splash behind you, and you turn around and you watch. You see Brother Amos riding a shark, heading straight towards you. Now, here's a thing. Do we think Olwyn has ever seen a shark before?
Oh, Owen's never seen one, but the fact that Brother Amos is riding it should be a bit of a giveaway who it really is.
Well, all you can see is an enormous, monstrous fish with massive teeth hurtling towards you. There's no way that you could escape it if it was coming for you.
There we go. And indeed, it is quite a quick swimmer there, Olwyn. You find yourself very, very, very grateful this thing is on your side.
Yeah.
But that is the end of Otto's turn. We are
going to need a bigger boat.
We are going to need a bigger boat. We are end of Otto's turn. We're round to the creature, which sort of hearing the commotion behind it. Olwyn, you'll see this best. It sort of looks over its shoulder, sees what's coming towards it. Its eyes go wide, and just with one powerful kick, it starts to pull away from you. Using all 3 of its actions to swim, it is suddenly 120 feet away from you. Now, we'll stay in rounds for just a moment because it could be relevant. Olwyn, it is your turn.
Right. Olwyn's intention is to swim to the shore, which is 15 foot away.
Yes, so you'll use an action to swim. Please roll an athletics check.
Okay. That is 23.
23. Again, that's a regular success, so you can move. You can move up to 10 feet.
Right. So almost to the edge then. And yeah, another action to actually get onto the shore.
Okay. Because the bank is it's reasonably steep. Like you will have to haul yourself out, and coupled with the water sort of trying to push you down river, I will once again need an athletics roll, please.
Okay.
Is there any way I can help? As it's my turn next.
Actually, you can use your reaction to aid, I believe, Della.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
I think normally you might have to have that ready, but I don't care. We'll just do it
Okay.
as this. So please also give me an athletics roll, Della. Your DC is 20.
Okay. 18.
18. You try to help out, but really you just succeed in stopping Olwyn from kind of drifting further down the river. Olwyn, make your roll with no bonus from Della.
Okay, 15.
15. It's not quite enough. You're sort of scrabbling at the banks, and you can feel yourself being pulled further down the river. And it is really only through Della's assistance there that is stopping you from being pushed downstream.
Okay. One action left. I'll try again.
Okay.
21 that time.
21 will be a success. So this time, with sort of using Della's arm as a brace, you haul yourself one leg onto the bank and then sort of roll flat onto the snow as you do so. Please give me another fortitude save, Olwyn.
26.
26, okay. And as you pull yourself out of the water, that's enough to kind of get some of the air back into your lungs. However, you do still suffer some more chill from the water, and you find yourself taking a further 11 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Is that you all done?
That's me done.
Actually, no, sorry, not 11. That should have been 5. I forgot to half it.
Okay. I'll give myself 6 points back.
Yep. That's the end of your turn. Della, we're round to you. Olwyn is prone on the floor next to you. Seems to be shivering very profusely.
Yeah, is it just like... Is there anywhere that would be a suitable place to start a fire? Or consider moving away? Because or is it just snow everywhere?
Well, I mean, you could certainly... the weather itself isn't too inclement at the moment. Like, if you could probably build a small fire somewhere on the bank, and certainly the path, the road that you were following, is a bit less heavily packed with snow, because it seems to see a fair bit of travel.
Okay, I would like to start doing that, all the while grumbling about how much of a stupid decision that was to jump in the water. To catch a cold.
All right. So, okay. So now that Olwyn is out of the immediate danger of the water, we're going to drop out of rounds here because Otto is the only person who currently has any chance of catching this creature in front of you.
If just in case this changes your mind, Alwyn's intention is to stand up, draw his longbow, and if he can sight the creature, shoot it. If not, start running down the bank.
All right then. In that case, we will stay. In initiative for just a little longer, which brings us on to Brother Amos's turn. Della, I'm assuming you spent your turn scouting for a place to build a fire.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
pointless now, but at least I'll be warm.
I mean, it'll take a bit of time to get that up and running anyway, but you start finding a place to do so. All right, so Brother Amos riding on the Otto Shark.
Is Otto Shark next to the creature?
Currently, no. There's still there's quite a large gap between you. You would estimate that Otto would need to make possibly his entire round's worth of movement to get there first. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could delay you could delay your round until after Otto, and then you go after Otto.
Yes, I'm going to do that. Let's delay the round.
I would do that. All I can do is get you to the creature, and then if you can slow it down, then with my next go I can attack.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so we're going to delay your initiative until after Otto. Which brings us on to Nadia. Now, once again, Nadia is also... You see, she strides to the edge of the bank to try and get a better shot. She's also going to try and drop a shot in with her longbow. Silence once again. Heat is really getting to me tonight, folks. I do apologise. And apparently the heat is getting to Nadia as well, because she missed with both of her attacks. It's getting to the point where this creature is underwater. It's almost out of bow shot for her, at the very least. End of her turn. It's Otto.
I will pursue the shark. I will pursue the troll as a shark. I can move 35 feet, so if I do that 3 times...
Yeah, that's enough to put you just back in range of the creature.
And deliver Brother Amos to him.
Yeah. So, surging through the water...
Brother Amos's fists are my payload.
Yeah. Surging through the water, Otto Shark ploughs through the river towards this escaping creature, with Brother Amos standing poised on his back. Brother Amos, it's your turn. Surfing on the shark. This is everything I wanted and more.
I would like to... I don't know if I should risk it. Yeah, sorry. I would like to use an action to jump from Otto onto the back of the creature.
Okay, so the creature itself is kind of just under the water surface.
Oh, okay.
So this will require an athletics roll.
Okay. Let's do it. Might be cool. $26.
26. That is good enough. Amos, as you almost use you use Otto's momentum as the shark to propel you a bit further as you spring from his back, and sort of holding your breath, bracing for the impact of the cold water. You stretch out your hands, and you do manage to get your arms around the creature's scaly shoulders.
Now
there is a cold water shock as you hit the water. A bit of the air is knocked from your lungs, but you are on the back of the creature.
Okay. I will like to use a flurry of blows into its dome.
Alright, roll those 2 attacks.
27.
Is a hit.
And that's definitely it. Go on, 18.
18 is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. So 1 damage. 7.
7 points of damage, very nice. 1 action left.
Can I jump back onto the shark?
Yeah, sure. Another athletics roll,
I
please.
just don't feel like it would be safe to stay on the back of this thing.
Especially not when you're partially submerged.
Yeah. 21.
And yeah, almost as nimbly as you leapt over. So the way I imagine this is you're kind of surfing on the back of Otto. You cartwheel onto the escaping creature, land 2 quick strikes in the back of its skull, and then backflip off of it and land expertly back on the back of Otto.
I'm so glad I got good rolls.
So am I, man. I wanted that to work. That was awesome. Alright, that's going to be the end of your turn. We are around to the creature itself. And with another kick of its legs, you see it starts to dive a little bit and also propels itself away from you by another 80 feet. We are now getting to the point where it's about 200 feet away from the bridge. Sorry, not 80 feet. Yeah, it's getting quite a long way away from the bridge. That ends its turn. Olwyn, we're on to you.
Alwyn will stand up, draw his longbow. Now I know there will be a penalty because of the range increment.
Yeah.
But Alwyn would like to take a shot at the thing.
That's fine. I'm going to get, as the creature has submerged itself more, I'm going to give you an additional penalty because it's kind of hard to see it.
Okay.
So make the roll with a -4, -2 for the range increment, and -2 for being concealed.
Okay. Rolled a 5. I'm going to use my hero point.
All right.
Worth it. 21.
21 is enough to hit. Roll damage.
Yes. So this is a D8. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. All right. I think that's all 3 actions for Olwyn, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
No worries. Okay. End of your turn. We're round to Della, who I assume is still building a fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
No worries. You start making a fire to get everybody warmed up. Okay, end of Della's turn. We are round to Nadia, who is quite simply going to take 3 shots herself. Okay. She does loose off a number of shots. The three arrows sort of sailing into the water. The first 2 hit nothing but water. But Otto and Amos, you see a streak of red appear as her last shot does strike particularly well true. And there's a big gout of blood comes pouring out of the back of this creature.
Excellent.
And that's going to end her turn. Otto, we're on to you.
I will continue my pursuit. How far away is he from me now?
It's now 80 feet away from you, kind of up the river, and it's now a further 10 feet down.
So I can only just get to... I'll have to do the same again, just deliver my brother Amos' payload.
Yeah. Obviously, doing so would mean taking Brother Amos underwater.
I'm okay with
Can
that.
I communicate with brother Amos until brother Amos is...
No, you can't. You can't. You're a shark. You can't talk right now. So sorry. It's the one drawback.
Very well. I will continue to pursue him, so I can. But it will take all 3 goes to get anywhere near him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
So yeah, Amos, you see Otto sort of putting. You feel Otto sort of putting away. Sort of gets up toward the creature, and you sense instinctively that he's about to dive. So you take a big, deep breath, readying yourself to go underwater.
Don't drown me, Otto.
All right. So yeah, at the end of your turn, Otto, it is Brother Amos's turn. What's your Constitution modifier?
modifier, +1.
+1, okay. So please make a note. You can hold your breath for a total of 6 rounds.
6 rounds. Okay. Let me make that note.
The main thing you need to do is stop him swimming away, and then I can get in.
Yes.
You can't talk, you're a shark.
I know, but
Yeah, I'd already, you know.
Either way, it is your turn, Brother Amos.
Okay. So I'm close enough to attack the creature now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would... Trying to think. I'll take a swing at it. My first action, I'll take a swing at it.
Yeah, sure thing. Roll an attack for me.
.23.
23 is enough to hit. So your fist attacks do take a penalty whilst you're underwater, but that's still enough to hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
9.
9 damage, very nice. 2 more actions.
I think. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm thinking of. It's underwater, isn't it? The creature.
It is, yes.
So.
As are you currently.
Can I try jamming my grappling hook into it, and then?
Yeah, you can. I mean, we'll say it's. I don't think you'd be able to tie it. It'll take an action to draw it, but you could use your third action to latch it on with an athletics roll.
Yeah.
And then perhaps you could start tying it on your next round.
Yeah. I'll try that and try and keep it in place. So
yeah, give me an athletics roll. There,
an athletics roll. 19.
19 is a success. So you have it kind of grabbed on with the grappling hook, and you can start tying on your next round. Anything else going on there? I think that's you done, isn't it?
That's me done. Yeah, I think.
That's you done. All right. So at the end of your turn, Brother Amos, please reduce your air by 1 round. So you're down to 5 rounds.
Yep.
And then also roll a fortitude save for me, please.
And this is fishing, just the extreme version.
That's it.
Fortitude, 19, 22.
22, that is a success. You feel the chill of the water creeping into you. You would take 8 points of cold damage, but you are able to reduce that to 4 from the freezing chill.
Okay.
Right, end of your turn, Brother Amos. We're on to the escaping creature, or suddenly not so escaping creature. Feels you grabbed onto it. It's going to attempt to break free. That's going to be a... Sorry, I'm completely forgetting how to play the game. I do apologise, folks.
Well, you probably weren't expecting this.
Do you know what, Stu? I really wasn't. I know, like, environmental damage and kind of cold water stuff. It's something I've had in the back of my mind for a while. Like, I should really figure out how that's going to work in this campaign. And I've just never sat down and done it. So, congratulations, you fully caught me off guard tonight, Stu. Alright, so, Brother Ramos, what's your athletics DC? So your athletics score plus 10.
19.
19. So, yeah. It is able to break away from you, Brother Amos, but importantly, that takes an action to do so, which means it can only swim 40 feet on this turn. It does dive a bit deeper, sort of right down towards the bottom of the river, and then starts moving along the bottom. End of its turn. We're on to Alwyn.
Very simply, Alwyn is going to run along the bank for 75 feet.
Okay. No worries. That's nice and easy.
Nice and quick.
In the opposite direction.
Yeah. That's the way I like it. Della, are you doing anything or just building your fire?
She is making the best goddamn fire you've ever seen. It is going to be a signal to be like, look, you could have been warm here.
The beacons are lit. Alright, okay. So end of Della's turn. We're around to Nadia, sort of deciding that no matter how good a shot she is, she cannot hit something she literally cannot see. She's going to make her way... she's quite simply going to make her way back towards where she dropped her axe, pick up her axe, and then start moving across the bridge to join you, Della. When you're making the fire.
Sensible Nadia.
Yep, no worries. End of your turn, we're on to Otto. Otto, the creature is within shark striking distance. What would you like to do?
I will strike. I will pursue. I will follow the trail of blood oozing out from Nadia's arrow hit.
Yeah, do so.
And I will take a bite.
Roll that attack.
This is what we've been waiting for.
And if I can get a leg off or something, then so it's what is my attack? It's 16 plus my 11. Oh, that's my AC. 5 temporary hit points. Attack modifier is plus 9. So 14.
14 is a miss.
Can I get another go?
Yeah, you can get one more in.
One more. And this time it's 15.
15 is going to be a miss. You snap and you snarl, Otto, but the creature is slippery and slimy and manages to duck out of the way there. You must have had some really bad rolls there, buddy.
7 and then 8.
Ah, that sucks.
Oh, the second one would have been -5 anyway.
Yeah.
Ah, right, yes. So 12.
Right. So, importantly, Otto kind of a swing and a miss there from everyone's favourite shark. Brother Amos, we're on to you.
Okay, well, with my first move, I'm going to use wholeness of body to restore some hit points.
Alright.
Because I'm still a bit battered from the last encounter we had. But I can't, I think it restores 8.
I think it is, yeah. It's one of your key spells, is that right?
Yeah.
Wait, just to be clear, when you say the last encounter, do you mean with the quicklings? Because Alwyn made a point of healing everybody right up.
Ah. You know what he did, yeah, it's just, I don't think my my character sheet saved. So I was still on low points.
Ah, fair enough.
In that case, I'll punch the fucker in the face.
Do it. Roll those attacks.
$28.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
6.
6 points of damage. A thud in the back of this creature as you strike it. You've got 2 actions left.
I'm gonna have another swing at it.
Have another swing.
Do what you do best.
Sorry, my brain's fried. 26.
26 is a hit. Now, Amos and Otto Shark, why don't you tell me how you kill this creature in front of you?
Do your thing, Otto.
My thing.
Yeah.
I thought you killed it.
Well, I've bashed it around a bit. You're a shark. Tear it to pieces.
Oh, well, in that case, yes, I will move in and start removing limbs.
You do so. You do so.
One at a time.
With Amos's help, Otto, or perhaps not even that much help, given your current form, you grab hold of this creature and you start thrashing it around and watching as it's torn limb from limb. Olwyn, charging down the riverbank, you see an ominous puddle of red begin to rise from the depths. For a second, you fear perhaps the worst has happened to one of your comrades, and then you see a gangly, scaled green arm with webbed hands float its way to the surface, followed by other chunks of this creature. And as that grisly sight rises from the depths, the fog parts for just a moment, and Olwyn, you catch sight once again of the city of Whitethrone, sort of far in the distance, and it's strange. It's almost like this strange spire that dominated the view before. It seems to twinkle very gently in your direction, and as that happens, you all hit level 5.
Yes!
And we also come very nicely to the end of tonight's episode.
That's
Wow.
exciting.
Awesome.
I am opening a window.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Figo Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com, editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.
Need to bring the torso back because it's got our stuff and money.
And my food.
Oh dear, amazing.
That was amazing.
I thought
Brother Amos could die a happy man now.
I mean, he still might. You're still underwater in freezing cold, which we'll have to resolve next time.
Yes.
When you said about the spiral, I thought, oh shit, now we're going to get attacked by Sauron. Oh, amazing. Shark episode, finally.
Yeah, it finally happened, folks. It finally happened.
Episode
It was worth
67.
Months
Yeah.
I've
Worth the
been
wait.
waiting for that shark.